Hi, my name is Toyos Labiodo. I'm the managing director of TrueLink Immigration Services Limited. I'm also a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Our head office is located in Canada, and we also have a branch office in Nigeria. Today, I'll be talking to you on available options after a visa refusal. When your visa application is refused, what are the options that you have? Do you know? It's actually a very painful thing when a visa is refused. But the question is, do we all know the options we have? Do we know what we need to do after a visa is refused? So today, I'm going to discuss the available options that you have when your visa application is actually refused. The first option I would like to talk about is appeal. If your visa is refused by the Canadian immigration authorities, you can actually appeal it. Not everyone has the right of appeal. In some instances, you don't have the right of appeal. I'll give examples of instances where you can appeal. If you are sponsoring your spouse, your parents, your children, or in some instances your family member, you can appeal. Also, if your permanent resident travel document was refused, you can also actually appeal it. An example of a visa that you cannot appeal, a visa refusal that you cannot appeal, is a visiting visa to Canada or a study visa to Canada. As well, when you make it from outside Canada, you cannot appeal such visas. The second option that I would like to talk to you about is judicial review. If you don't have the right to appeal, then you can actually file for judicial review. Judicial review is always done at the federal courts. How does this work? The first thing you need to do is you need to file an application for leave for judicial review. If your request is granted, the judge would fix a date for an oral hearing. At this hearing, the judge will listen to both parties, and at the end of the day, it will decide whether to grant your request or not. If your request is granted, your application will be returned back to the immigration authorities, and a new officer will be assigned your file. He will review your file, and if he feels that at that time your visa should be approved, he will approve it. If he feels otherwise, he will refuse it. He will refuse the application. There's a major difference between appeal and judicial review. In an appeal, if an appeal is allowed, your visa is issued immediately. But in a judicial review, if it's allowed and the judge grants your request, your visa is not issued. Your file is sent back for a review by another immigration officer. The next one I'd like to talk about is what I call a reconsideration. You can actually contact the immigration officer and ask him for a reconsideration of his decision. How do you do this? You can send him an email, or you can fill the web form on the IRCC website. The result of this is not actually guaranteed, and you cannot predict it, but I think it's actually worth trying. Another option that I would like to talk to you about is submitting a new application. This is a very good option, especially if you have new documents that you can use to back up your new application. The issues that the immigration officer raised, if you have documents that you can use to address those issues, it's actually good that you submit a new application. If you need help with your immigration applications, you can contact us. If you also have been refused in the past and you want to reapply, we can help you review your application and advise you on the best option that you should take. You can contact us by email or by phone. Our phone number is +1 780 250 7011. Thank you for listening.